What's up YouTube? This is the Federation here, and I'm back with another Rome 2 battle. This is a little bit of a weird one. It's a 4,500 funds battle, just a little small one. Again, I'm not quite back to where I was in terms of my micro and knowing how the game works and all of that. So I'm still playing these kinds of battles, not quick battles. Don't want to get sent down to like rank 2,000 or something like that, because I'm trying to play quick battles when I shouldn't yet. And also I had that really annoying experience yesterday where it was a 20-minute battle of sitting and waiting because of his box inside the artillery, which meant I couldn't do anything. But anyways, we will see how this one goes. It's myself and Parthia against, I believe, Macedon and Epirus. We'll see in just a second. So it is Lusitania and Epirus, right? So let's see what they have brought. I figured we were going to see elephants from Epirus, but I guess not. And that means I don't really see too many counters that they have to my elephants. They do have javelin men and archers, but just the normal ones. These Scutarii spearmen, if they go into cavalry counter tactics, I suppose could actually be quite effective. But my goal is to not let that happen, at least not in a bad situation. If I hit them with a nice stampede charge, things should go my direction. But let's see, so those javelin men are getting caught a little bit out of position. It looks like he's tempted to try to go for the Parthian horse archers. So let's make sure I keep my elephants pretty well protected, and the best way to do that is going to be to take out all of the opposing skirmishers. So those are both Balearic slingers. I have Cretan archers. I believe Cretan archers win that fight, but I'm not completely sure. So I'm going to make sure I have cap support for it, so I take as few losses as possible. And my elephants are definitely going to stay well back. These cataphracts should also be incredibly difficult for the opponents to deal with. Don't really see too many tools that they have that could handle that. So in a second here, I'm going to condense my archers on one side, probably, yeah, let's go for the interior. And that gives us a better way of focusing fire on his Balearic slingers, because then this guy's going to have to move around. And during that time I can get some nice kills. I'm going to send over this Carthaginian cav to support my allies' horse archers, since my Carthaginian cav are better than a citizen cav. And this guy will start moving up to harass the Balearic slingers. So let's start getting some shots off here. Going to rapid reload. And even if he does pull back, that'll take some losses getting shot in the back. So he's going to go into Spear Wall, which would be good if I planned on charging right into him, but I most certainly don't. I plan on just harassing his skirmishers, and now we pull out. And once these guys are far away, I can maybe go for them with my elephants or something like that, give them some trouble. And now we've racked up quite a few kills, I'd imagine. Yeah, about 35 kills between the two units. All of them on these expensive Balearic slingers. And now while this unit rests, I'll use my general this time. And that way I can just keep alternating who does the charges. So that unit's about half dead at this point. This time I'm going to pull off a little bit sooner. I've already got him to retreat, and that's all I needed. And all of his peel and miss, which is great to see. That slinger shouldn't last too much longer, so I'm actually going to change target. And let's finish it routing, actually. and my elephants will come over to this side, because it looks like the Epirus player's in a bit of trouble, so let's get him really screwed. And come on guys, you're on 9 men, you got a route. There they go. Alright, so let's did use quite a bit more of my ammo than I would have wanted to. So let's try to use it wisely here. These guys are Iberian swords, not a huge worry. But let's just come in and wipe out Epirus. Alright, my archers can come back and my cav can come back as well. And these guys should give the killing blow to morale. Alright, so in come the elephants, and that should be game for the Epirus player. Just make sure I pull through all the way, and that way can avoid the skirmish fire that these two are going to try to put on me. And these two can go in rapid reload and heavy shot. And these elephants can turn right back around and wipe out those Iberian swords. Let's get a nice charge there. It looks like I should be able to outrun these Scutarii spearmen. And let's just split up my archers to make it difficult for him. And the elephants can now come over here. And those Balearic Slingers don't want to die, but it's time to get lost. I should pick up a few more kills on the retreat. 1 or 2. I'll take what I can get. And then we can hit those pikemen in the back, or we can go into those Iberian swords, which is probably going to be the better idea. And already you can see my micro is absolutely terrible, letting my units get caught all over the place. And we can go into those Lusitani nobles with the elephants. Still haven't lost an elephant yet, so that's good news. And let's get a nice close-up view of this stampede. Not going to go well for him. But as this is happening, I realize these slingers are still around. Not good news. So let's see what my archers are doing. Let's keep them moving away. And these elephants have just wrecked the opponent, 200 kills almost. And I saw, yeah, his Eastern Cataphracts have done quite well as well. And his Royal Cataphracts, of course, did well. And I'm starting to take some losses with my elephants, but I think that's mostly the friendly fire. I'm not too concerned by that at this point in the game. Yeah, and his spearmen have been rendered pretty useless. My Cretan archers have picked up 104 kills and 64 kills each, so that's not too bad. My elephants do go berserk here, which I'm not too sure why. I guess maybe just the losses they were taking, because nobody was firing at them at that moment, I don't believe. So let's get these Scutarii spearmen. Elephants are back from berserking, so let's send them in again. Let's go in rapid reload once more, and let's actually throw this guy in a flaming shot. Get that morale penalty. Looks like we won't need it. And we get the close victory. So let's take a quick look at unit stats here. 202 kills for elephants, 192 for Carthaginian Cav, 168 for the other one, and then 64 and 111. 110 losses, 750 kills in the end. My ally ended up doing most of the killing with his 2 cataphracts, and our enemies were not so fortunate. But anyways, good game to them. Hope you guys enjoyed this battle, and I will see you all next time. So I've decided I should probably throw in a second part to that battle, just because it's just a small little one, and it's the same players. We decided to go for a round 2. So this is the same thing. It's 4,500 funds. A little bit of lag here. It looks like someone's having some internet issues. But we can take a quick look at the opponent's armies. It looks like they've got some levy pikes, 3 Iberian swords, and another levy pike. A couple of slingers, I believe. Yeah, Eastern slingers and Balearic slingers. Yeah. And Indian armored elephants, which is going to be the reason for my horse archers. And then they have 2 horse archers of their own. My ally has brought 2 Balearic slingers, 2 Libyan hoplites, 2 Italian swords, a general's bodyguard, and a Numidian noble cav. So they don't have any cavalry to speak of. So that's going to be huge for us, because I can just kite back with my Eastern slingers as soon as we take out their skirmishers. So that's going to really give us the run of the battlefield. And my horse archers should be more than capable of dealing with those Indian armored elephants. It's very hard to win a skirmish battle when the other person has cavalry and you don't, just because I can keep doing kind of what I did last game, and darting in with the cavalry and pulling back, darting and pulling back, and so I can get off about 3 volleys in the time. He can only get off about 1. Just because of the forced retreat. The only way to really prevent that is to have your guys behind a heavy infantry line, but the funds in this battle don't really allow for both a heavy infantry line and a solid skirmishing force, so he's going to be weak to that. And they played their cards, I guess, well, considering what they had by playing close to this red line here. That's going to limit the effectiveness of my horse archers, since I really only have 1 flank I can pick at. But I can certainly make the most of that 1 flank. But I'm going to actually play this a little bit cautiously here. And he's just gone into that, so I'm going to pull back, make him waste that precision shot, which will tire out his units and make them a little bit less accurate and fire a little bit slower once the engagement starts. So let's go into flaming shot here, see if we can get them to go berserk through his own army. I'll get right behind because I'm not worried about being cut off by cav. So as soon as that turns red, I'm going to go in. Alright. So let's pull back out of that. Don't want any slinger shots coming at me. But I will happily take this 3-on-1 here. Right there. Yeah, my cav can just harass him to no end now. This is a bit of a worry. His armored elephant's coming around to attack the relatively unprotected Carthaginians, so I'm going to have to rush my horse archers back before anything bad comes out of that. But let's go into the back of these Iberian swords. Actually, let's take out those Balearic slingers. Probably a little bit more important. Yeah, those Numidian nobles are just going to tear through anything that the Bactrians have. So let's be careful with these Citizen Cav, and let's go here. Oh, forgot I left these guys on Flaming Shot. That's not going to be particularly useful unless it's against the elephants. So come on, guys. Gotta run. And let's rush my horse archers over here. Hopefully we can get it before the entire Carthaginian army is gone. So we're just gonna unload everything we got into that because we need them dead. Alright, so it's not gonna do me any good to send them berserk right now. So I'm just gonna have to go for the kill. So that's just gonna be using heavy shot. pull back, stay away from these elephants, but make sure we fire at them. Now let's pull back out of that. Get my general out of here. Alright, and the citizen cav did catch his unit temporarily, I think, but he did pull away in the end.
Our general is under attack.
So let's make sure we keep our general out of these kinds of fights, because they're not going to go well. Don't know why my horse archers aren't skirmishing back at all. It's slightly frustrating. But the elephants are berserk, so that's a little bit of a victory, I guess. Take what I can get. And those elephants have started to drop, I believe. Yeah, they've lost 2. So again, I'll take what I can get. Let's pull away here. And I'm tearing him apart, for the most part. And the slingers have started to wreak their own havoc here. Let's make sure I focus on the Lusitani nobles. And now let's focus fire on the elephants with that unit. And these guys need to run back now.
The enemy general is dead.
And we've taken out the Bactrian general, so that's huge. And in a second I'm going to turn around and fight these horse skirmishers. As soon as they catch me, I want to get some separation between me and this unit.
Our ally has been destroyed.
But I'm going to have to go for a charge here. And slingers, let's take a look at you guys. You can turn around. And we're going to have to kind of consolidate here. Horse skirmishers are going to go down, but don't know how much I can do here.
Our men flee
But if I get all 4 of my horse archers plus this back charge, maybe we can make something happen. So let's see what's going on here. Definitely fire at this flank right here. And in a second, I'm going to pop this. Just keep my guys in the fight a little bit longer. Lusitani nobles do die quite quickly to skirmish fire.
Our men flee the field of battle.
There's still 59 of them left.
Shameful display.
So my citizen cav picked up 132 kills, but they are now out of the fight. So let's route what we can here. And I think one of my priorities has to be to take out those eastern slingers. Just because that's the only unit he has that can really catch me. So let's bring these guys back around here. I'm actually going to prefer to take these guys out without horse archers, because horse archers don't do well in melee, so even if I charge them, they'll kill quite a few of my men. Don't want that happening. So I'm just going to do it with slinger fire. And then just obliterate these Iberian swords here. So they will drop quite quickly. Next target's the general, although he's spread so thin that this is probably going to be a better idea here. And let's just pull them back so I don't have to worry about them for a while. I'm going to take off that and the fire at will, just so I can save my ammo, use it as effectively as possible. And Lusitani nobles are so lightly armored that they're not going to do well with heavy shot. So the commentator thinks I am now favored here, which is good to hear. So let's get another couple shots here, just make sure we stay out of javelin range. And let's get some shots at the levy pikes, which should also be quite effective. And he's not in pike phalanx actually, so that's too bad, because otherwise the shields would not be very effective against my shots. So the general unit is dropping quite quickly. And, oh, he's just done something that condensed him. I'm assuming that's shield wall. Not a good idea against heavy shot. So these guys have gotten their kill. Let's fire at the Lusitani nobles. And so in the end, we did have to kite this battle out, but we do get the all-important victory. So good game to our opponent, costly victory indeed. I did not handle the elephants very well. I got a little too ambitious. So well played to our opponents, well played to my ally. Hope you guys have enjoyed these two battles, and I will see you all next time.